Alright, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the nation of Yasher Allah, better known as the Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, the 1/3 and the 144,000, and death to 2/3. I wanted to cover this portion in these scriptures in this area in particular, dealing with reincarnation and how even the Lord Himself, Yahweh Shai, spoke about it and was questioned about it as well. And in this 22nd chapter, you have some of the wicked scribes, Pharisees, lawmakers tried to confound Yahweh Shai. You know, they would have like these back and forth conversations, right? Verse 23, it says, "The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him." Now, if you remember, Paul believed in the resurrection because he himself was what they called a Pharisee. Which the difference between, so like a Pharisee and a Sadducee was the belief. Well, one of the differences was the belief in resurrection. So the Sadducees didn't necessarily believe in it. Okay, but that's one thing that Paul had said at one of his trials, was that he was a Pharisee accused of believing in the resurrection, which is exactly what their sect believed in. Okay, and it's no different from us today. We do believe in the resurrection. So Matthews 22 and 23, "The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her." You see, so they're all automatically off bat. They're carnal. They're not spiritual. Okay, you should be able to understand that. Verse 29, "Yahushua answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of Yahweh. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Yahweh in heaven." So in the spirit world, that's not even an issue or a question. Like, they should already know that. Okay? He's telling them, you do err, not knowing the scriptures or the power of the Most High. Okay? He says, "But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by the Most High, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. The Most High is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawmaker, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law?" Now, this is another lesson, so I'm just going to read through it. I've done videos on this portion before. So when they asked him that, I'm just going to, you can read it for yourself. Okay. But on the law and the prophets, these are the 2 laws that the prophets hang on. Okay. On these 2 commandments, and that's the summarization of keeping the law itself. It's a simplified list. Okay, verse 41. "While the Pharisees were gathered together, Yahushua asked them," now he asked them a question, saying, What think ye of the anointed? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David. Yahushua saith unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Adawan, saying, the Lord Yahweh said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son? And no man was able to answer him a word, neither durst any man from that day forth ask him any more questions. So that was the key right there that stumped him, and no one pursued further to question him. And the problem that people have with questioning is that when they get thrown into their corner, now they have to answer these questions that they don't want to acknowledge. So did the Lord Yahushua believe in reincarnation? Yes, he clearly explained it. He understood the concept and the truth of the scriptures, so much so that he even spoke of it pursuing to John the Baptist. Um, how did they? I don't think they spelled it exactly like this. No. Um, if receive. So this is Matthew's 11 and oof, man, verse 12 to get to the point. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. That's another topic. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John, and if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. So he clearly said, if you will receive it. Now in this 22nd chapter, he spoke on the Spirit. Okay, he clearly he spoke on, was it verse 27? Or is it that? Salakia. Oh, okay. Yeah, verse 43. How then doth David in spirit call him Lord? Because that was a good question, because Yahushua, the anointed, came out of the line of David. Now David prophesied of Yahushua to come. He even prophesied of the death that he would have to partake in, drinking of the vinegar, them giving him that bitter water. Okay, which that was symbolic also. So you have guys out there that don't believe in reincarnation when clearly the scriptures, even within the New Testament, are describing it. And this wasn't some concept that they just had made up. It was something that was known. Okay, it was something that was known, even recorded here in Ecclesiastes. Here it is. No remembrance. Hang on 1 second. That's it. Okay. Yep. 3 and 20. All go into one place. Is Ecclesiastes 3 and 20. All go into one place. All are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Right. That's the physical. So even Yahushua spoke on the physical and the spiritual. Now the carnal side of things is just dust, your body, right? And that's what the Sadducees were worried about, the physical, right? It says, "Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him?" You see? So here it is. People are worried about future things when they need to be concerned about their own work here in this place and time. And that was pretty much what the Sadducees were worried about, a future when a man's ways are hid. How then can you understand your own ways? With the Most High, your ways are hid, man. So you're supposed to be focused on the here and now. It's just like at a job. If you had a job, you're supposed to be focused on the task at hand, not worrying about 2 weeks down the road. That's not here yet. Focus on this. That day will come. And if you should meet it, then you'll know about it. So, anyway, just a quick uh, overview and look into reincarnation. Matter of fact, since even Yahweh Shah, he did speak on reincarnation a few times. This is Matthew's. These two scriptures right here are plenty. Let's go to Matthew's 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's a future prophecy to come. And what does that mean, to judge the 12 tribes of Israel? That means to be set up as figureheads in the kingdom, as part of the government that will be on his shoulders, and help him rule, because every king has delegates, and they delegate areas, portions, things of interest for others to oversee. And that goes back to a tradition with the time of Moses, when he was having all the matters, when he was doing all the matters for himself. His father-in-law told him, look, delegate things and break things up into groups of thousands, hundreds, tens, so on and so forth. Okay, so that is a tradition of us, the Israelites. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So you have a lot of Israelites that have heard this word first, but really they're in last place. And the last ones of the nation of Israel that are hearing this are going to be first in the kingdom. So regeneration, so like reincarnation, these are all real topics, and the Lord himself spoke on these things. So with that, I'll say shalom.